Hail to thee, good folk. 'Tis I, Derek, at your service. Today, I'll walk you through the steps of making a leather half apron. I'm making for a local carpenter who had a specific set of tools she was keeping in her back pocket. And so we're going to try to get them out of the pocket and onto the apron. Let's get to it. All right, so here's my SketchUp. Cool. Now, materials used. I've got a Horween Deer skin as the base layer for movement and ease. It's a little bit of a thinner, it's about 3-4 ounce leather. And then I have a heavy oil tan cow skin that we'll be using for the actual pockets themselves. All right, so I'm using this canvas apron as a template. It's one I already had in the shop. And I'm just going to etch around to get my main shape for the base of the apron off the deer hide. I'm going to use a scratch awl to mark my line. All right, I've got my rough outline cut. Now it's time to cut. You get yourself a pair of heavy scissors or a X-Acto knife. These guys are really awesome. I've just been cutting with scissors for a long time and I'm just used to it. But when you're doing small detail work, I would suggest these guys. They're everywhere. All right, now we have our main apron shape cut out. Now I'm just gonna do a little detail work on the edges. I like a angled corner. That's what I do. And now I fold it in half to match. I've got my template down for my pocket. Gonna carve this out of the cow skin waxed. Again, take your scratch awl, mark your pattern, cut your stuff. And there we go. I got 3 pockets. You see that kind of lined out? Now it's time for cutting them. We've got all of our pockets cut out. Main apron, top of the strap, side pockets, one large main pocket, and a smaller kind of dump pouch pocket for little wood bits. I'm going to show you how I use this guy to hole punch. That is a Cinnabrooks multi-hole hand punch. Use a hammer, hole punch, wing divider. Japanese cutting mat. You can get these on Rocky Mountain Leather Supply. All right, everything's etched. Let's do some hammering. Holes punched. I always start in this corner since I do a hard edge on a lot of my stuff. So that way the corners line up every time instead of starting at the top and going around. I've just found it easier to fudge gaps when there are. So I've got everything punched out. So I've got my side smaller pouches or pockets. All right. Got the big main pouch. All right, pocket. I've got the secondary, which will lay on top like so. We've got everything stitched up. There's the main body right there, the whole thing. Lastly, we're going to throw on straps. She wants it to tie in the back. So I'm gonna stitch on a point here, stitch on a point here of this same Horween deer skin, and then it'll be done. Let's cut some straps. And there we go. All stitched up and ready for battle. It will protect a local woodworker, and for that I am happy. Check it out. Pretty sweet. All right, and if you would like one of these, I will be adding them to my repertoire of things I make in the near future. But, yeah, there we go. The Carpenter's Half Apron, made by Morrow Leatherworks with these hands. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Derek, at your service.